Meantime, we are covering new developments out of New Mexico. Special Prosecutor Kari Morrissey there is asking a judge to reinstate the involuntary manslaughter case against actor Alec Baldwin in the fatal movie set shooting. We all watched it. Ted, you were there live when it happened.
Yeah, the judge dismissed the case against Baldwin halfway through the trial, and according to this filing that Kari Morrissey filed with the court, she wants the judge to basically say, reconsider this. Are you sure you really meant to dismiss the involuntary manslaughter charge here? She says there was insufficient facts to support that decision by the judge and the ruling there that was made, and that the Baldwin's due process rights have not been violated. I mean, this seems like a wild, long shot, Canon Kearney, to basically say to a judge, hey, Judge, I know you made this huge decision that made international news. Can you reconsider it? Because I think you're wrong.
Ted, this is a situation where Mr. Baldwin definitely can't be getting any sleep at night. It seems as if at one point the prosecution dropped it, now the judge has dropped it, and it's still now being reconsidered. So it's clear that the prosecution is really trying to hammer home in the state of New Mexico that they believe that Mr. Baldwin should, at the bare minimum, not be exonerated, and he should have to face his peers or the peers in New Mexico for the death of the staff or the producer. But again, I don't believe that it's going to make much leeway in the appeals court, because it's pretty clear here that the judge thoroughly informed both parties of why it is she was dismissing it, and thoroughly informed them based on the law. So I don't believe that this will do much. But again, the prosecution is trying their last bite at the apple.
Cannon, are you surprised that the prosecutor is going this route? I think we anticipate that defense attorneys will be appealing any and every opportunity that they can. Prosecutors really have to look at whether or not this makes sense. Plus, every analyst we've talked to following the dismissal said that prosecutors can't appeal something like this because of double jeopardy. They were mid-trial. This was dismissed with prejudice. I believe I even asked Erlinda Johnson, who was the co-counsel to Kari Morrissey, if there was any chance that this was going to be reversed. And she said there really isn't an avenue for it, but yet here we are with a filing. There's no limit on a filing by a prosecutor, but are you surprised that this route is even being taken?
I am surprised and not surprised. At the end of the day, a prosecutor has to wake up, look in the mirror, and say that they're doing the best that they can do to protect the citizens of their community. However, I'm not surprised at the fact that you have someone who's stern, who's clearly doing everything in their power to ensure that they go after Mr. Baldwin. So here, the media has kind of gone hard on this New Mexico prosecution. They've said that this seems to be over-prosecuting. So these people have prides as well. It appears that they're doing everything that they can do to try to save face, not only for themselves, but for the individuals who actually were hurt or the victims' families. But I just don't think that it's going to get much leeway, and hopefully we can get the final nail in the coffin once the appellate court in New Mexico go ahead and make a decision that this should be dismissed.
Yeah, I know the family of Helena Hutchins probably at this point would rather this everybody move on, I would think. You know, they already, the Hannah Gutierrez conviction seemed to be targeted at the person that even the judge said in the sentencing, you alone created this. You are the alone took this inert device and turned it deadly by not checking and not doing your job. Where Alec Baldwin, this case from the beginning was going to be a stretch in terms of the conviction. It's one thing to file charges and go to trial. This was not looking good for the state. And then to think about, all right, well, we'll ask the judge to reconsider, then the judge will, well, where's this going? If the judge does reconsider it, they're likely not going to win at trial. It's the same set of facts, even worse. Now we know more about the inept prosecution and investigation in terms of hiding the ball, specifically those unspent rounds.
Well, Ted, many times in this scenario, we don't know what exactly rubbed the prosecution wrong. Maybe during the investigation process, they weren't very thrilled with the way that Mr. Baldwin and his team went about their way of handling it. Maybe they feel like that they withheld information. Maybe they just feel like they were disrespected in the conversations. And so all of these could be motivations outside of ensuring the state has the victim's murderer or person who was negligent in her death put in prison. And now it's just become a personal crusade to go after the named person, which in this case, unfortunately, is Mr. Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I must say that being in that courtroom, usually you can feel a little tension between prosecutor and defense. Sometimes you can't, there's none because they're friends and they're just doing their job. This was different. There was this weird wall of hatred by both sides that there was no love lost between the two sides when we're talking about the attorneys involved.
You can feel that in the motions even.
Yeah.
They even talk about each other in the motions kind of personally, and it could be that she's doing this to protect the Hannah Gutierrez case because that attorney is trying to get it overturned based on what happened in the Baldwin case.
Right, Jason Bowles trying to say, hey, you got rid of the charges against Alec, should be the same for Hannah with the same set of circumstances. Kari Morrissey arguing against that. We'll follow it, see what happens.